Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nightmares Incarnate, a conspiracy of demons. I am coming to you live from sunny Brisbane, where the sun is currently up at 5. No, it's 6 now, but it was up at 4, it rises really early here. So I'll turn on my camera as soon as the sun is not directly shining into my eyes and I can see my computer screen properly, so you're not just getting blinded by my face being illuminated by the sun. Regardless, I am going to update my background to reflect my new location. Hopefully I can find something good for my camera background. Because I am not in China, I am in Brisbane now, but we are, as always, joined by my lovely players. Daryl will be here momentarily, but let's get started with left to right. Christopher.
Hello. It's way too late for me to be up right now.
Okay. Who do you play, Christopher?
Blaine, the Asimar Warlock, who is he's had a little oopsie, but we'll get over it.
Mm-hmm. We also have Jai.
Hello, hello. As per usual, I am playing Damp Moss, and it's not quite too late for me yet.
And Caspar.
Yo, yo. Good to be back. I haven't slept in days, so this is gonna be great. Playing Gilrock
Been
and
watching.
No, Chris, we can't say that.
What did you say?
It's a joke that would not
No.
work with TOS on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
Just saying right now. But yeah, I play Gilrock Flarehands, the satyr who's got a date for once in his life. So that's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Why don't we have somebody tell us a little bit about what happened off stream, so our audience is not in the dark as to what actually happened.
All right. So do you want to say it, Chris?
Sure. I'll explain what happened. So a lot of talking happened. I had a serious discussion with Mina. Some things happened. I went to talk with, I believe it was Farron. It was Farron, yeah.
It was Farron.
And he brought up some old PTSD memories.
Oh, no,
and
that
I
was
had a
me.
skit. Was that you?
That was me.
Oh, that was you. That was you. Yeah, I went to talk with you, and you gave me a little schizo moment. So I kind of almost fell back into my old ways, and the Scooby Gang had to tackle me and tell me why that was a bad idea. And now I'm feeling a little weird.
Daddy Dira showed up.
Yeah, father. He showed up and was like, "I love you, son," and I was like, "Fuck you, dad," and I left.
Sad Jymar noise.
Yeah. Cry, bitch, you're the sun. It'll be a cold day in hell before I forgive him.
Hostility for Damp Moss.
Yeah. Huh?
Gilrock showed a little bit more open hostility to Damp Moss.
What? Yeah.
What are you
And
talking about?
Farron got very mad because he made bread and people didn't eat it because Blaine had a bit of a schizo moment and started floating in the air after wrapping Gilrock in his black tentacles. But we got him
Like
to
those
calm
cartoons
down.
I watch.
Yeah, like those cartoons. But we got him to calm down after dumping copious amounts of holy water into his face.
Worked.
So now we're off to a party. Yeah, it worked. Now we're off to a party, and Blaine's not feeling too hot.
We literally had a water fight where the stakes were life or death.
Yeah.
Like, truth be told. Yeah.
Pretty
To be
much.
fair, today we have all been very heavily injured, and I at one point was basically a leather sack full of bone pieces. So
Yeah.
we're a little bit worse for wear heading to a high-profile party.
Yeah.
With
Speaking
that,
of which,
why don't we get some outfit descriptions, people? What are people
Okay.
wearing today?
Blaney, you first.
I am wearing like a black tailor-made kimono with golden inlays in it, as well as some like a almost like a I guess the right word would be like a sort of dress at the bottom. Like I'm not wearing pants, it's just like yeah, like one black dress at the bottom essentially. I have part of my chest exposed, not all the way down, but just a bit of a midriff. As well as I'm wearing a full, like a golden mask that covers my entire head. That is like it's a black, like black metal mask with gold inlays in it. Yeah, I believe that is what I'm wearing.
I suppose I'll go second. Damp Moss has for once lost his dark green moss-covered cloak in favour of a much more pristine, near-white, gentle lavender-coloured outfit. The underpart of which is a sort of long-length tunic down to the ankles, similar style to Blaine's, except with a slit down the centre, at around the chest. Adorning the top of that are multiple, I don't really know what to call them, sections of silken scarf-like material that drape down across the arms and through the front. The entire outfit gently embroidered with silver and gentle silver gloves.
Mm,
Very nice.
very nice.
You,
You what?
I was just gonna say that Jai was awarded with a from Dusk. Very nice. Mm.
Gilly with his new nifty little armor piece set that can transform into whatever he wants, made use of it already. So he's wearing kind of like a mix between a suit and a dress, where he has pants with a sort of skirt over it that all looks like it's made out of falling leaves. His entire suit is kind of embroidered with leaves and vines and certain things, so it looks like it's all made out of forest materials, and it's adorned in all of the different colors of spring. So it's a bit of orange, some green, a bit of yellow, and a bit of more like dark red. And he's wearing a laurel wreath of metal petals in, again, green, orange, red. That's atop of his horns. He's also got a kind of a necklace that's pure emerald with a golden golden stone in the middle of it, and he's also wearing red gloves. And for once, he's wearing but he's not wearing shoes, but he is wearing pants for once. So he's basically looking like a good old fall day.
Very nice. You look like your god.
Exactly. Yeah. I am not first.
Dusk.
Yes.
That whole thing, does that count as a long rest? Question mark.
Absolutely not.
Fuck.
Short rest?
Short rest is fine. Yes, that makes
I'll
sense.
take
get
what
a
I
lot.
can get.
I get 2 of my spell slots back. Let's go.
I don't go.
Lamau.
I got lucky. I was close enough to the healing aura that I get to just kind of be at full health.
I already was. I get my body cut.
Right. So, I will get to the characters who are not the ones in charge. Gianthal, after arriving, has forced Ty into a very dapper-looking 3-piece golden suit, which Ty promptly unbuttoned the front of with silver accents and ruby studs inlaid into it. Gianthal, shaking his head, dons his own outfit, which is also a black kimono. However, it is even nicer than his usual one, with 2 large painted alabaster dragons going up both sides of the cloak, which beautifully accent his body. He tightens it around with a bright blue sarashi around his waist. Farron is wearing his best...
Dusk.
What?
Gilrock's also wearing a headband.
Oh yeah, he's wearing a headband.
To his dismay.
Yeah, to his own dismay, he is not very happy about that. I was like, I thought you couldn't hear me. He is also, Farron is wearing his usual attire. However, he has also put on a few necklaces, as well as a couple additional rings that glow with bright gold and silver. Babor is wearing a thobe made of high-quality silk, which goes down to his waist, and has 2 cuts along the lines of his side to expose a bit of his midriff. In addition, he is wearing pants which balloon at the bottom in the arabesque style, and both are a bright red color with paisley patterns on them. Veitar is wearing a black dress robe thing. Can't really describe it anyway else. With a beautiful necklace around their neck, and basically she has not changed her outfit at all. I don't know what Gerald's wearing. We'll find out later.
Probably a tux.
Yes.
Oh, to quickly tack on to what happened off screen, Ishmael is blind now.
Oh yeah, he looked into the eyes of God in Allah's echolocation.
Jymar made him look into his eyes, so
Yeah. As penance.
it was his penance.
Yeah. We can also add that Gilrock almost ruined their relationship with the gods because he cussed out the king by accident.
yeah, that did happen. That was tense.
Yeah, and then Jymar choked him out, and then
Then they
Gilrock went over and said sorry.
They had a moment together.
Yeah.
All right. So you arrive after walking through the streets of Tien to a large, beautiful mansion in the lower district, where, upon presenting the black and gold invitations, you are quickly swept up towards the back of the house into a massive courtyard, dimly lit by fires. And you see the screen.
Yeah.
Almost. Yep, there it is.
You need to make sure you can't see all of it. It's a bit difficult
can
to
only
see across the lake. However, you see a few familiar faces along with many unfamiliar faces gathered around a large central pond, as well as mixing amongst one another. 2 in particular stand out immediately.
May.
The Sandeep, whose picture is not updated, which I'm frustrated by.
It's his hero forge.
I know it is.
Right now.
But I put his art in there, so whatever. It is what it is. Let me delete him and re-put him. Mehmet, along with various representatives of other races. At almost every corner, a large muscular men guard the doorways, with large pikes in hand, seemingly observing the crowd. They are all wearing finery as well, but they are obviously here for a different reason. There's Sandeep's part. Alright. There we go. What do you do?
Blaine, look, they have jack-o'-lanterns.
Yes, it is Hyeno Fest. Okay.
Still is.
Hey, wait, did you say that to me? I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Yes, but did Blaine just kind of like give him a look?
I already tell what Blaine is thinking. He's wearing a mask.
You see Blaine turns his head towards you, and because he's wearing this full mask where only the eyes are exposed, you can just see the eyes are kind of like looking at you, but they look very bloodshot almost. And I don't respond back, and I just turn my head back towards the others again, or the two people in front of us.
In front of you, you have a woman who has bright red hair, like that of flames, and a small purple-skinned creature, not unlike Pillin, but a bit small. Head is different shape. Looks similar. Wearing a feathered headdress and kind of just talking. And then over here, you mean directly in front of you or to the side? I just want to be clear.
Over here, these two people.
Yeah, I just described them.
Yeah. I'm guessing I see both Sandeep and Mehmed.
Yeah, you do. They are having
Yeah.
drinks.
Who's standing over here?
A dwarf who is holding a tray. He has a beard made from fire.
I'm just going to lean into sort of like the middle of the group and just say, so, just so that we're all completely certain, what exactly is the plan? What are we aiming for?
Something?
Gilrock just will be like, well, Sandeep did say he's going to try and get some Xenarkthes to come here. So probably see if we can find out something about Xenarkthes while we're here. And this is above game. Have Gerald told us about his like thing?
No.
That he no, okay. And also we were supposed to find some documents when we sent from
Yes.
I'm very blank spacing out. What's the spy lady called again?
Which one?
Braz.
Oh,
The one he's
Shira.
pretending to be.
Shira.
Yeah, Shira. She told us to find some documents. She didn't really specify. Other than that, I mean, I guess enjoy the party. Gilrock's I'm gonna point a finger at Yenthal and message him and be like, by the way, you see that guy over there? That's the husband stealer. Don't kill him. Please.
Rolls up sleeves. I'm not going to kill anyone. That's not my goal. I just need to prove that our relationship cannot be tampered with. And he grabs Ty forcefully and kisses him. I just looks lost.
Well, if all that takes is PDA, then I have no troubles.
Did he notice? He turns back to you, Gilrock.
Well, cool. Nice.
That's not what he asked you. He said, did Sandeep notice?
Gilrock looks over. He seems to still be having a conversation with Mehmet since we haven't exactly announced us coming here, so no.
God damn it.
You can try making out with Ty in front of him later, maybe.
Well, I most certainly will. Not letting this happen.
Where's Blaine going?
Yeah, Blaine, where are you going?
As people are talking, if I see Blaine starting to wander off, I'm just going to start following him.
You're gonna take his hand out to Vatar and be like, should we mingle?
Yeah, that sounds lovely. Who do you want to talk to?
I guess we should welcome ourselves to the host, announce ourselves.
I think that's the best. Where are they going? Farron is looking up.
I don't know. Blaine might be having a moment. I don't know. If you want to follow the Farron, you can go ahead, but I don't know if it looks a bit weird if all of us, as soon as we come in, just go over to the corner and no one says hello to the host. I feel like.
No, we have to say hi to him. But they need. It will be rude if it's not our entire entourage.
Gilrock will just hear in his head. Sorry for the quick disappearance. I'm trying to see what Blaine's up to.
Gilrock's gonna message Blaine and say, "What the fuck are you doing? Where are you going?"
Does it matter? And just cut the connection.
Edgy.
Blaine's pissy. Gilrock's just gonna say.
Edgy. The angst.
Edgy
Where are you heading
boy.
to? We have to announce ourselves, do we not?
I turn around and I look at you. And I step closer to you. Why did you follow me?
Well, because we've arrived at the party, we must introduce ourselves, and you began to wander off. I really can't seem to get anything through that mask.
Why are you actually following me?
Because you had started to leave the group, and we need to introduce ourselves, and I was wondering where you were going. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Seeing a natural one was
Ruh-roh.
safe popped up, left me with like chill of fear.
You feel
him.
you feel like two hands lock around each of your arms as I just like stare into your eyes. You're trying to spy on me, aren't you?
Hurt him.
I'm gonna roll another wisdom save to see if I fucking headbutt him.
Go for it.
I'll say I don't. I'll say I don't. I've moved really close to your face. I'll let DM. Do you think I headbutt him?
I would say no. 10 is usually. I mean, it's up to Blaine. How bad are you feeling? That would be what I would say is the dependent.
I do almost like a jerk forward before I catch myself, and I'm just like, "You've been spying on me, haven't you?" Like your arms are like locked in a vice grip right now. Like I have.
See this?
This is not far away.
Everyone can see this. In fact, this is attracting attention.
I'm speaking in a quiet voice, though.
Yeah, but you
are still full
dude.
side gripping me. I'm gonna throw up a quick detect magic to see if anything weird's going on. Because I don't know what's causing this. This is just weird. I know he had a moment earlier, but if it's magic, then I'll know.
Gilrock just looks at you and goes like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
People are coming out from behind the various palm trees and others to come look at you.
Gilrock's just gonna run over there and be like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
Seeing
Do I
people
get
like
anything
coming
with
out.
detect magic?
No, this is not magic. I don't believe. Well, you'd have to ask Dusk for that specifically, but I'm not doing this out of magical
It
reasons.
is not detect magic. It would be
Yeah.
detect good and evil.
Okay, so I throw up detect magic and see nothing, and just interesting.
Yeah, after seeing that, like, guests are starting to come out of the woodwork, I, like, let go of your arms, and I dust you off, and I dust myself off. And my voice just goes, like, neutral again. We should probably introduce ourselves to the party. Or the...
I raise an eyebrow, but
host.
offer a hand.
Yeah,
Noticeable
arm with
loud
you.
whispering is going on.
Yeah,
I go, what? Oh no, it's doing it again.
You're launching, oh no.
It's
Yeah.
just refresh the page, maybe it'll fix itself. Gilly is he's just gonna sigh, and he's just gonna take out like a the loop that he has under his shirt that he has like around his neck, and he's just gonna play a little tiff to cast protection against good and evil on Blaine. And then just be like, "Hey, I get you're having a moment, and you can leave if necessary, but just sort your shit out right now. We cannot have you grabbing people in the middle of the party."
considers flying off right now and just leaving the party. Instead, I'm gonna lock my arm in with Damp, and even though he can't see it, I'll smile at him under the mask. But it's a very forced smile, and say, "There is no issue. Shall we?" And I put out a hand towards our two hosts, or the host, I suppose.
Sandeep
I'm
and
not
Mehmet are
inside.
staring at you.
I'm gonna insight you on there is no issue.
You get a very gentle side eye, but you can see very clearly that Damp honestly isn't worried about it at the moment, or at least what's causing it. Yes, let's shall.
Slowly, people go back to their own groups and continue talking. However, there is your occasional side glance.
Something I'm kind of questioning, Dusk, is okay, fair enough that I grabbed his arm, but again, speaking quietly, it could be just that I'm spilling scandalous secrets, and yet it's calling literally everyone out from the woodwork.
Chris,
we
you told
arrived, we
Chris.
walked away from a group, and you double clapped my arms. I mean,
Yeah, Chris, you didn't explain it as like a casual grab. You told you legit put him in a vice grip on the shoulders. Like that's not a normal position.
Yeah,
If you
right.
just see some guy
like,
just,
what the fuck?
and you're also like taller than him, so you're like towering over some dude and just.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looked
I suppose
awkward.
it depends on how one thinks of it. Yeah, fair enough.
It would look a bit sus.
A little sus, if you will. Yeah, fair enough.
I love how we've accidentally just made a semicircle around them.
Greetings, Sandeep says as he begins stirring his wine.
Stirring
Duh.
wine?
Yeah, he
What?
puts a little sugar in it, actually.
Gail's gonna just do a bow and be like, good evening. Because it is evening, right?
It is night time, yeah. It's actually almost midnight.
Sick. You have a lovely garden.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very much appreciated. He'll look at you and wait for you to extend your hand.
Sure. I do.
He gently kisses the top of it.
Do like polite, like half bow, just.
He greets everyone else in the group the same, and then his eyes turn to Ty. Well, I'm glad you decided to come. But who, pray tell, is this? Sandeep, standing at around 6'5", towers over Gianthal. Ty looks over at his husband and then back to Sandeep and clears his throat. That's my husband. Oh, this is most interesting indeed. Sandeep purposefully condescendingly bends over in front of Gianthal, maneuvering his face to his level, his bright yellow eyes staring into his. So, you're the one whose wedding band I see on the perfect specimen. Gianthal glares at Sandeep. He smirks back. Ah, I see this is touchy, isn't it? Not one for sharing, are you? No, especially not. Oh, how he... Well, it is what it is, but... I've held up my end of the deal. And you've held up yours. But first, we should enjoy the night before we get to business, shouldn't we?
I do believe so.
What did you say?
I said that would be nice. and just goes, I see you're acquainted with Mehmet.
Um, uh, mm, hello everyone. Yes, hi. Sandeep pinches the bridge of his nose.
I do the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Please don't tell my mom that I was, here. It would be very... For the love of Jaima, the Sandeep says.
Gilrock just goes, anyways, where could it's the start of the evening. We've just arrived. Again, thank you much for the invitation. Where would one be able to acquire drinks for the ladies and the other ones here?
You see Sandeep snap his fingers, and he will look around for a moment, and then impatiently, you see him turn his head towards an apparent servant, a small goblin, who rushes over with a full plate of drinks. Having trouble with maintaining your tasks, he says pointedly at the goblin. No, sir, no, I am not. Would you like some alcohol? It says, looking up at you.
What kind of alcohol is this?
Wine, mostly.
Just wine?
It is. There's wine, but there's also various fruit wines. They don't really drink beer here, so there's not much beer, but lots
there
of
could
wine.
be like a cider, champagne.
Yeah, there is a cider. Champagne's a type of wine, but yes.
Well, anyways, Gil was just gonna ask you, Tara, like, would you like something to drink?
I wouldn't mind something to drink now.
Do you have any preferences?
Just the best Viennese fire, I suppose. Isn't that what's best suited here? Oh, so we're starting off the night fun, are we? Sandeep says as he takes a deep drink of his own glass of wine.
Yeah, because in his head he's like, she is part devil, she may be able to take you, but also we don't want a me or damp situation right now. But he's like, sure, and he'll get two like glasses of Viennese fire wine and just take one for himself and give one to Veitana.
Alright. Veitara looks at it and says, it's very beautiful. What vintage is this? Oh, this vintage is over 200 years old, he says as Sandeep smells his own wine glass, letting out a small exhale. Can people roll me an insight check, please?
Sure.
He actually knows nothing about wine. Well, that's a 26.
Well,
no, you can see, despite Sandeep's apparently relaxed demeanor, he is very uncomfortable. There is a deep anxiety within the back of his eyes that he is doing his best to cover up with bravado.
Does he seem to be glancing anywhere repeatedly, or just
behind
a simple?
him?
He seemed okay. Like this direction.
Yes.
Okay.
So he takes a deep drink of his wine and then turns back to face you. However, it's a pretty good imitation. Only Damp Moss is able to see through. For the other...
I just shoot a quick message out to everybody. Our host here appears a little bit stressed, though he's doing very well to hide it.
you're just gonna take his finger and point like on the behind him towards. No, it's open to. I can talk back to you with your thing, right, Jay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then Georg's just gonna be maybe because we're in a criminal party, or his old, master may or may not show up. Could be why.
He appears to be glancing behind him, but I haven't been able to pinpoint exactly where. Oh, I'll take a simple Merlot. In fact, not the fire wine. It is a little strong. So perhaps it's coming from somewhere behind him, flicking from out loud back to into mind.
Okay. Do you want the red or the white
A
one?
nice dark red would be lovely, thank you.
Sandeep says under his breath, "This is what you were hiring. Help." He wants the red one, he said Merlot. I'm so sorry. The goblin tries to wiggle his way between Ty. Ty steps forward.
I give
spell on
like
my
a
name.
half smile and out of reflex take it with my right hand. And snap the stem with the metal hand as I have no control over it yet. Oh shit! My apologies. That didn't get on anyone, did it? No. Lovely.
Sandeep looks at you. You can see anger beginning to bubble underneath his face as he sees you have just broken
I
very
reach up with my
expensive
left
glass
hand
of wine.
and pull the silver silken glove off of the right hand and just like splay the fingers of the metal hand. My apologies. I got this about 2 hours ago.
Damp Moss, give it to me.
I pass it to you.
Just mending it back together, and I hand him the glass.
Lovely,
answer.
thank you. I take it in the left hand.
Sandeep
Glass of wine.
Sandeep groans a little bit and says, "No hard feelings, but everything you see out here tonight is worth thousands of gold, so please, please," he says, looking at you with bright yellow eyes, this time more openly showing his nervousness. "Do not do anything rash."
I will be more careful to use the left.
And who makes you the boss of us? Gianthal says.
He is
Gilrock's gonna
Githal decorum.
Gilrock's gonna grab the back of his kimono and pull him back.
Gianthal allows you to do so.
and just say out loud, even though he knows this guy's like high position, be like, Gjenthal, we are guests at this man's house. So let's not speak out of turn.
I think it's cute how defensive he's getting over Ty. Seems somebody is a bit more insecure in their marriage than I would have expected. Sandeep, frowning, says as he drinks another glass of wine. Gianthal's face flushes, and Ty doesn't know what to do. He kind of just stands there, but tries to grip Gianthal's hand gently.
I'm gonna throw out a quick detect thoughts on Sandeep. What does this require?
Nothing.
Okay,
Depends on whether you're trying to get surface or deep.
I am not trying to dig at all. I'm just thinking if he's anxious and he's thinking about it right now, I might get something.
I hope they Xenarkthes postal. Violence.
Does he mean us about the disguises?
Yes.
Okay.
I is here. His husband doesn't seem receptive sort of agreement.
I relay this all out to the party, cutting it before he mentions Ty's name. That whole back end just gets left out, but everyone hears the first part about Xenarkthes disguises.
So, regardless, moving on to more positive things, there are many representatives from around the world here today. After all, I am quite the famous individual, he says, doing a bit of a twirl of his outfit.
You do look rather dashing, I do have to say.
Oh, thank you very much, he says. You see him wearing a dark black thobe with red embroidered sides. However, the collar's noticeably been taken down so that it exposes both of his pectorals prominently, including the one with the scar running along its side. A series of tattooed flames runs up and down his body. His bright golden skin, even in the dim moonlight, glows and glistens like gold. But he'll smile at you. That means
I
a
return
lot
the smile.
coming from someone as handsome. But I think that we should step over closer to it. We wouldn't want any undesirable ears eavesdropping on us, now would we?
Of course. If I may, would I be allowed, of course asking out of respect for this being your home, to cast a simple restorative magic? I've realized a few of my friends here are still looking a little worse for wear.
Well, he sighs and looks around, kind of tossing his braided blonde hair behind. It is to be understandable. After all, I've heard what transpired. I was about to say perspired. That would have been that was not as logical.
Heard how y'all sweated.
I heard how you all sweated. Transpired in the market today. Quite the unfortunate circumstance for what was supposed to be a nice holiday.
Gilrock's just gonna shrug and just be like, well, it turned out okay in the end. It's tragedy what happened, but that's how things goes, right? Can't dwell on every bad thing that happens.
I've killed plenty of time, says, looking forlornly into his wine. I'm still affected.
All done things we regret.
Drugs. 60 people lost their lives today. On a day of celebration. That's more
Let
than
us just be sick. It wasn't anymore.
Nanette, are you going to continue standing over there and sweating like a stuck pig? I mean, sir, it is a bit shocking to see them here. I was not expecting this.
Oh, Mamet, if we promise not to tell Mummy, then will that lighten the load?
Well, yes, of course, but also preferably do not speak of this to my brother.
I just shoot him a wink.
Which one of them? I was just gonna say it.
You know which one he is referencing. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I know, but he's teasing.
Oh.
Blaine, Babor, sorry, if you could all huddle up next to Gerald, it'll make this a little easier.
Babor nods and just moves next to Gerald.
Blaine?
Greatest.
I walk down closer. Ah, dear, if you wouldn't mind huddling in as well, I see a little bit of a few cuts here and there. I should be able to sort that out.
There.
Perfect. for the sake of ease, I'm just going to roll all of these at once and use up my last second level spell slot. 5. Boom. They all gain 18 points. As you see, I go to use my right hand, but stop and use my left to send out a small trail of vine to between all of you, where a little glowing green spider appears and starts to just release gentle pulses of energy.
Yep.
It's not
What color are these
spell.
pulses?
I'd say they're a similar, like, verdant dark green.
Okay.
Also, Gilrock, I do need a con save from you for drinking wine.
Taking a sip?
Haven't you taken more than a sip? You have a whole glass.
Yeah, I haven't chugged it. It's
Okay.
wine. We're at a party. I'm like taking like the
Oh, I'm
occasional
talking about the
sip.
hallucinogenic effect.
Is it a hallucinogenic for taking one sip
No.
or two? Yeah, I've been
That's fine.
familiar with this thing, so I'm very like drinking moderately,
Okay.
kind of just holding it more for show, because I do not want to get drunk right now.
Alright. So, you heal them, Damp Moss?
Mm-hmm.
Sandeep looks and puts a bit more sugar and then dumps some more of his own from a flask from his pocket into his own glass, and then does so for Mehmet. See, Mehmet, you'll be fine. Nothing to be concerned about at all. Haven't you invited you know who? Well, yes, he's already here, Sandeep says as he dusts off his shoulders a bit. Specks of pollen drift through the air and are occasionally illuminated in the light of the moon, glimmering like small diamonds or fading out into the darkness, until they reappear by the fires, where they never appear in your sight again. Fireflies fly up from the flitting around bodies, occasionally signaling.
I let a few land on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask Sandeep, are there, apart from the obvious one, are there any guests we should maybe try to avoid?
Well, avoid is odd word.
Well,
There are people
there any-
here who are dangerous. It wouldn't be my party if that's the case. There are some who are more dangerous than others. In particular, I don't know if I'd recommend hanging out around the Devil Lords who decided to. He's a bit of. He makes me comfortable.
There's a devil lord here? Which one?
The Sarian, Sandeep says. As he says so, Sandeep quickly takes another deep drink of his thing and sighs audibly. I didn't want him to be here, he whispers. Contracts are contracts. Bloodos are bloodos. Any response from anyone to that?
Rock eyebrow. Doesn't make any comments on it. I was just gonna say to like the group, well, should we move further in and not just keep standing out in the courtyard, or what is everyone thinking?
I return from healing the two and hook arms with Blaine. Yes, I suppose we've been here long enough now. Let's head a little further in.
Aw, but I was so enjoying spending time with Ty and his sweet, sweet, well-mannered husband, he said, amused. Uh, um, Ganthal's face again turns red as he tries to resist the urge to slap this man.
I begin to walk forwards with Blaine, Gilrock, like to just behind Gilrock, and kind of to help just usher everything on. Say to Sandeep, well, you can always try and ask them when they've had a few more drinks, and then turn to Gianthal and just give him a shh look.
Rage, inhuman rage, in this sweet, short man's eyes.
Gensol immediately gains a level in Barbarian.
Go ahead.
Gil's just gonna take his arm out to Vatar and be like, shall we mingle?
What direction are we heading in?
How about that one? And just points up to like this way.
Towards Xenarkthes? Weird. I want to be.
Is he standing? Is he standing there? I didn't see that.
I need you to point which direction you're. He is not.
Yeah, it's
I mean...
up here, like up to the left of where I'm facing.
Got it.
In that direction.
Got it. Got you now. Good.
Yeah.
I'll move where you want to move, everyone. I don't know where you want to move, so I can't move for you.
Gilrock and Vatar is gonna start going this way.
I turn to look at Blaine, and just stop and stare for a moment before turning away and saying, shall we follow them, Blaine?
I think I'd be a poor host not to come with you. Matt, do you want to come? I don't quite understand what's going on. So unusual, Sandeep says as he rolls his eyes. Sandeep is right behind Ty and Gianthal.
Just so you know, Dusk, both Gerald and Vaitara have, to quote D&D Beyond, 9 cure wounds damage.
I got 9 more health.
I got it, fine. Who are you gonna go talk to? You haven't really.
I
think we're just wandering at the moment.
No.
Yeah, I think we're just heading further in, trying to get a bit of a scope of what's going on.
And I was gonna say, just like above game, because I realized we aren't exactly disguised. Gilrock's kind of bet is, since I'm so like fancy dressed right now, anyone else would just think I'm some like noble satyr, because I've already had. Apparently, I look exactly like some sort of pop idol already. So I'm just thinking, he's not used to seeing me all this fancy schmancy shit because I'm poor. So if Xenarkthes sees me, he's not going to remember me exactly because I'm not that important, despite the fact that I threw a knife in his eye. I don't know if that would work, but
you can try.
I'm not going to go and have a conversation with him, but Gilly's going to try and just go up to these three and say, hello. Good evening.
Oh, the half-elf / drow. You see a male with a splotched appearance. Half his skin appears to be light, the other part is black, as per most drow. He looks at you. He has a large trident strapped onto his back. He is wearing better clothes than in this picture, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. And he's also not covered in cuts, I'm assuming.
No, he's covered in scars.
Yeah, I just meant because he has bloody cuts in the picture. I was just gonna say, who may introductions? Who may all of you be?
Sir. Oh, yes. Does he have clearance? Oh, yeah, he has, I think, Pearl level clearance. Alright. Greetings. My name is Gale. I am a deputy Sandeep's gang. Nods his head. This is a wizard who has come all the way from the western continent, as well as Mitirna, who is from the north. I believe he is of partial frost giant descent. They both look around, and the frost giant spies Gerald. Oh, a brother in arms. How very interesting. He hits
while they
his
were
chest
initially
2 times.
talking, just while I have a moment where they're not all looking at me, just duck slightly behind Blaine and druid craft almost a replica of Blaine's mask, but out of vine across my face, the right hand side of which extends a few inches up into a small horn that looks like a tree branch. Realized it might be better to hide a little, especially my expression.
Blaine.
Blaine's hearing everything.
Okay,
He's
I just want to make sure.
He's just non-communicative.
Don't fit. Yeah, I was just gonna say, just out in the open, like to the group of the 3 people I'm with. Yes. We're not familiar, of course. We are. We could say not exactly a +1, but plus several. Thanks to just points towards Ty, and then he's just gonna take his hand and be like, "My name is Grove."
Lovely to meet you. Pleasure. Indeed, pleasure is on us. And Sandeep says, yes, it is all thanks to Mr. Typhonius here. He walks over and gently touches Ty's shoulder. Gianthal sees. Pushes them apart. Sandeep smirks a bit. You see Gale kind of looking over, a bit lost. And who is the rest of this group? I recognize, of course, our future emir. He bows his head. Mehmet, assuming things go correctly. Mehmet's eyes go wide a bit. Oh, was that improper of me? Sandeep begins chuckling. A bit nervously, but tries to keep himself occupied by stirring his wine. Anyways, well, we have Baron Al-Mansur, Babur Ahmad. So are you sure it was wise to invite the vizier of the country? Well, I suppose Farron could rat us out and have us raided, but that seems like a stupid decision.
He wouldn't. Yo just says light out. No, he wouldn't do that. We're all here to have a good time, right? Gives Farron like a stern look.
Farron is blinking. You know, under usual circumstances maybe, but It's a holiday, and the gods are nothing if not merciful. Cheers, Sandeep says. You see him take
Cheers.
out again. He refills his glass. This has been the third glass he has downed within the course of the past 10 minutes.
Or just he says cheers, clinks his glass with like Vaitara and just takes a little drink.
Hmm. And then, who else do we have here? Someone I don't know, but must have gotten a +1. That's fine. He says at Blaine, not recognizing him behind the mask. Gerald and, Warren, or he prefers something else. What is your name, son?
It is Damp Moss.
Ah, yes, he likes to be called by plants. Which is cool, in my opinion. Quite different. Unique. He has quite the handsome face as well. But
I give a smile, forgetting that I'm now wearing a mask.
he is wearing a mask right now, so you can't really see it. Well met, all of you. I don't really know what to say now.
Well, it was a wonderful introduction. I thank you greatly for your time, and we may visit again once we've had a little bit of a further look around, see what the festivities are.
Gilrock, you did not express to Sandeep you wanted him to use your secret name. Arrived in clothes where he thinks you are not disguised, so called you by who you.
He didn't say my name because I'd already introduced myself.
Oh yeah, he did not change your name, but everyone else.
So Gil is gonna message him. I'm Grove right now. just message him like, hey, I'm enjoying the party, but I would rather not have it a common knowledge that I've been here with how many people have tried to kill me these past few weeks. So if you wouldn't mind, yeah.
My name is Rashvara. You're quite unique. ASMR or Tiefling. Both, actually. She says with a wag of her tail. Not something you see every day. No, it isn't really. But I like to think of myself as different.
Yes. Well, it was lovely meeting all of you. Hope you have enjoy the festivities and have a fine evening further on.
Yes, let's move on, Mehmet says loudly as he adjusts his cravat, tries to move forward.
I tag slightly behind the rest of the group, still locked arms with Blaine. Just keeping an eye on his expressions, though I can't see them through the mask, like his body language, that kind of thing.
Blaine's hand feels clammy. Like it's cold sweat.
Roll me a wisdom save, Blaine.
Oh no.
Oh,
That's not
it's
good.
not been 10 minutes. I still have detect thoughts up. So
But that's
if I
not
hear any surface thoughts
you
or
want
anything-
to get into a fight. You want to get into a fight with this Dragonborn. You want to get into a fight with Sandeep. You want to fight someone. You need to punch.
Did it help that I cast Protection Against Good and Evil that lasts for 10 minutes, or has 10 minutes passed?
It's been 10 minutes.
Okay, then never mind. I hear none of this.
Can I feel this happening to myself?
Yep.
Subtle spell, calm emotions.
Alright. You calm your emotion. Your urge to fight is decreasing.
My urge to kill.
Yeah.
Oh, so much angst. Yeah. I didn't start the fire. It was always burning.
You see
Alright.
a large group of dragonborn surrounding a man who is relatively tall. He is a red dragonborn with beautifully decked out armor, a central plate displaying a 5-headed dragon, and a hand that seems not to be his own attached to his body. Sorry.
Pretty big.
Do I get any immediate, just like obvious evil vibes?
Oh
or does
yeah.
it just look like a weird hand?
You can
Okay,
roll.
I
You
mean,
can roll.
immediate evil
You can
vibes.
roll me Arcana.
I'm
Absolutely.
gonna do that as well. Like big old
It's a
+3.
15.
Nat 20.
Beautiful.
This is actually Gilrock. You remember something? The nuns hitting you with the ruler in the hand. You know who this is somehow.
I do?
Yes. This is
Okay.
Arkin the Cruel, right hand man of Tiamat,
Oh!
Oh.
and that hand he
Yeah.
has stitched on. That's the hand of Vecna that he stole
Yeah.
from him.
I thought it might be.
Ty also knows this.
So Gilrock's like gets a flashback to his childhood, and like the one lesson he actually paid attention, and then like the hair in his back kind of shoots up, and he's like under his breath.
Woo! Farron says, he's a celebrity. Farron seems very interested. Begins darting over.
Gilrock's just gonna message Blaine and Damp just. So that guy's evil as fuck.
It does sort of look like it from.
Have
Oh god,
I
is
don't-
that the hand of?
Ty is also
I-
jogging over.
I don't know if you had religion classes, but you've heard of Tiamat, right?
Oh, most definitely.
Right hand man, and that is
That-
indeed the
that
hand of
explains a
Vecna.
lot.
Mamet is cowering back a bit now. Ty is super excited.
Yeah, he loves dragons. So.
Yes. Oh, that's not the only reason. The Gethi worship Tiamat.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping a close arm on Blaine. For all intents and purposes, it's not a very strong grip. It looks very casual, but there is like a slight bit of squeeze to it.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You hear Ty shouting as he's running up.
Gilrock comes up and just like grabs the kind of the scruff of his neck, or his shirt, or his suit in the back, to try and stop him from tackling this dude for his autograph, and just like kind of whispers into his ear like, "Manners, Ty. Let's behave ourselves."
Everyone's looking. You see a fallen ASMR and a bunch of dragonborn of various colors. Gold, blue, red. As Arkin turns around. A glass of mead held loosely. Well, a flagon, sorry. A glass flagon of mead held loosely in his Vecna hand.
Evening.
Hello. Hello, sir. He bows his head. It is an honor to meet you, sir.
Enjoying the festivities?
He looks over at Ty and then to Gilrock. I was. Takes a drink of the mead. What exactly is going on here? Oh, I'm a Dragon Touch Gith Yankee, sir, and it is. Oh, this is so exciting. Gianthal slowly comes up, as does Sandeep, who is increased. Both of them look very. Gianthal's confused. He doesn't recognize who it is.
That's
Lane,
funny.
do you walk up?
I think I'm going to let myself be guided around by Damp Moss. If we go up there, it's by his volition.
Okay.
I'm remaining with Mehmet at the moment.
Yeah, Mehmet does not want to go any close to this guy. Alright. And what does that have to do exactly with this event? Sir, if I may, sir, can I have your autograph, sir? Oh, if you wouldn't mind, I would also like to get your... Oh, so Twinkerbell is also here. Baron grips his chest. What? What did you just call me?
Who is he saying that to? Farron?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just gonna be like, you see, my acquaintance is a his people worship your
I'm
lord.
aware.
Yeah, so he's just a very big fan.
Oh, that's an understatement. I am more than just a big fan, sir. He bows his head. Yes. Twinkerbell. Come closer. He says, smirking. I would prefer to be called by my name. Yes, Farron Almond, sir. Come closer, please. He's chortling. Gilrock, what are you doing right at this moment? Sandeep,
He's
literally
eyeing the situation,
gripping.
trying to make sure that. Yeah. Gilrock is trying to eye the situation to hop in to diffuse anything that happens. He is very prepared to cast hold personal tie or Farron if any of them does anything weird to anger this man. So he's trying to be there just as like a hi. They try and diffuse any situation that arises. So he's just standing there a bit nervously.
Sir, may I'll speak with you in a moment. Eager fan. Twinkerbell, is it true that you were rejected again by the Sultan? He says, snickering. Baron bites his lip. The flames on his head begin to glow more brightly.
I think Damp Moss at this moment is seeing very, very clearly how tensions are just a little bit raised at the moment, but is just kind of like half smiling to himself, appreciating the fact that he doesn't have to deal with that right now.
Baron holds himself together. I have found myself a new love, Mr. Arkin. How's the Goody Two-Shoes act playing for you in Bahir? Worship Bahamut very much lately. Yes, but I was looking for anything interesting you might have to say about your hand. Oh, and pray tell why I would tell you anything about that, considering who you work for. Scholarly curiosity, you may very well say. Well, scholar, perhaps you should work harder on those muscles, because otherwise somebody can just do this. Gilrock, this is your time. Do you interrupt?
What does it look like he's about to do? He's gonna like snap his arm or something?
No. You don't know. However, Sandeep has said no violence at this party, so, you know, it's unlikely he is going to try to snap his arm.
Gilrock is just gonna interject and just out of stress and just be like, so who's your entourage?
Arkin, I need I need you to make me some sort of check to see how fast you are, because otherwise Arkin is gonna fling Farron into the fountain.
That would be quite funny. I mean, no, he
Could
Jesus Christ, Jack.
could he can? Well, he can. Actually, I have my loot on me, so if he does that, I'm gonna cast levitate on Farron.
Yep, Farron is flung.
And then
over
he
his
starts,
head.
but he's floating
Yeah,
before
you
he hits
start-
the water.
Yeah. Farron yelps a bit, attracting surrounding attention as Arkin begins laughing boisterously. Sandeep pours himself 2 glasses of wine, which he downs in quick succession.
Gilrock's just gonna like move past and just kind of like pull the now floating Farron just over, like off the off the away from the fountain and turn off the levitation, and then he's gonna just do a laugh and be like, "Oh, whatever, what a humorous jest you just did."
So, Twinkerbell, you see the use in having muscles now.
He excels in other areas.
Farron dusts off his cloak and looks over to Bobor, who is sprinting over.
Farron excels in other areas.
I'm going to start working out again. Perhaps I can do something. Sure. Alright, that was funny. That was quite funny. So, what do you want me to sign on? Oh, anywhere, sir. You have a piece of paper, or are you just going to stand around? Idiot. No, sir. He holds out a book. The dragon signs it, and then we'll look at you, Gilrock. Next time I play a prank, I don't really necessarily. I'll let it slide for now.
Why thank you, but this is a party, you know. I wouldn't want anyone to get hurt.
I don't want anyone to get hurt either. I'm not here for warfare reasons, I'm here on a diplomatic. Sandeep helps us out. Farron glares at Sandeep. Sandeep's eyes have turned slightly bloodshot, by the way, just to be clear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As he has downed 3 glasses of wine in quick succession.
Oh yeah, stress
Yeah,
drinking.
Of course. You've seen the Scar meme, I'm surrounded by idiots. That's how Gilrock is feeling right now. He's just, very well, but we wouldn't want to hurt any of the other guests or their pride, for that matter.
Pride.
You had your fun.
Yes, I did have my fun. Twinkerbell, use some more weight next time. Farron looks up at Babor, annoyed, sighs a bit as he kind of grips the small muscles on his arms before it's looking down at the ground. You need anything else?
Are you done here, Ty?
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Then no, and thank you for signing this very avid fan's book. Does a little bow and just says, "We will be on our way. We will no longer disturb you." Just starts
Yeah,
moving
we're not here to disturb anyone. Sandeep licks his lips.
Joey's just like, "Oh my god." Hyano, help me. Give me strength. And then he's just gonna shoot a message to Damp and Blaine. Just Did we get any sort of inclination of where we would find the things we were supposed to steal from him? It was Sandeep's office, right?
I believe so. Right-hand cabinet, something like that.
Well, maybe we can take advantage of this, of Sandeep's state, we could say.
You're cute.
I believe it definitely could be possible.
Gilrock, did I ever tell you you're kind of hot too? Let's be honest.
No, you did not. Shoot some quick message. Not my name right now.
Oh yeah, you're right. He says out loud. I forgot. My bad.
Just gonna quickly grab him and start like moving forward. Just like Jesus Christ.
I move around Mamet, and just as we're going, Mamet, are you following, or do you have other things to attend to?
I am following because I he can't keep himself. You can see him laughing a bit under his breath. I feel bad for Ver.
I feel like I may accidentally call him Twinkerbell now.
Okay, fully goes. Twinkerbell, come on.
Excuse me, what did you just say to me?
Oh yes.
I said
big
Twinkerbell,
water.
we're leaving. Come on.
Yellow pad comes out. Are you ready?
Gilrock, just as a reminder, just before you do anything, Farron, I would remind you, you would be quite wet if it wasn't for me right now.
Insulting official is worth a fine of 250 gold.
Are you gonna? Oh,
Just as just as a reminder.
okay. Are you gonna make the same comment to Arkin? Would it not be insulting to throw you in the fountain?
Same comment. He mutters under his breath.
I am intrigued, actually. This is not to belittle you, though it would be entertaining. If I were to throw you into the fountain, what would happen to me? That would be an assault, no? Is that immediate execution or a fine?
Are you trying to rile him up, or what is your goal here? I'm a bit lost.
This is one of the Damp Moss moments where he asks a very strange, genuine question.
Okay, well, yeah, that isn't going to go over well. I am rolling
That's
wisdom.
fine. Yeah, by all means. Because Damp Moss would not expect a bad response, because he himself is just like, yeah, this is a real question, but to anyone hearing it, this is just... yeah.
Baron's fires flare up, burning the vegetation at his feet, which causes Sandeep's head to turn around. Hey,
Sandeep, I'll cover it, Farron, it's one of those times where I think I've miscommunicated. You know what? Never mind. And I just, like, lean down and druidcraft back the plants.
Over by a rock, you see a group of floating beings. 5 of them.
These guys?
No, these guys.
Oh, those guys. I didn't see them all the way over there. Gilrock's just like, oh.
But yes, there are
Quick.
tieflings as well.
Yeah, quick, just info to like, just says behind him, there he is.
Yep, that's him. Sandeep says.
Right.
Xenarkthes and Caliph
don't
and
want
Serena.
to go there. Sandeep, if I could, well, not an aside, but if I could ask a quick question. If we were to perhaps need somewhere to stay out of line of sight, is there an office or other chamber we'd be able to enter for a moment?
You're not going to my office until later. I am not. It is far too early. 1. 2. We haven't even served the dick bread yet. 3. Unless... I mean, you're not going to my office anyway, but that's a different point. He rubs his eyes.
Not even me.
Maybe you or Ty. Maybe all four of you.
Well, that would be quite interesting.
We'll see how the night goes, but wasn't the whole point of me bringing Xenarkthes here for somebody to talk to him, try to get him to do something, etc., etc.?
Well, I personally wouldn't want to miss the dick bread.
I'm not going to take you to my office until then. I mean, physically, you would be escorted out, so it doesn't really matter. It's my party after all.
Exactly. So let's enjoy it. And
Oh, I'm enjoying it, he says, and he'll look at you.
I try to motion over one of the servants with drinks.
Veitara looks uncomfortable right now.
yeah. Gilrock has like one of his hands pointed out, like pointed behind his back to Vatar to just message. I'm gonna have to flirt with this guy. Maybe. And then just does a little like bow in front of Sandy and be like, well, let's keep the festivities going. Show us to where the dick bread is, and maybe
Goblins are supposed to be bringing around. He yells, "Goblins, where are you? Where are you right now? We need the bread."
And I would like another few glasses of wine, if you don't mind.
You see a short goblin rushing up towards you. Sir.
Is he carrying drinks?
He is carrying the drinks.
Wonderful. I'll have another Merlot. It's the red one. Sandeep, would you like to share a glass?
I think I've drank enough. But whatever. Fuck it. It's a Sunday night. Not Sunday, it is a Valor night, and he goes and he takes 3 glasses and drinks them.
I take one and just gently turn it slightly, and then take a sip.
All the dudes here are pretty hot, to be honest. Even Twinkerbelt. People, please stop calling me that. It's not my name.
I'm
it is
sorry,
now.
Farron, but it is now.
It's just the way it's just the
of
way it has to be.
Babor, too.
Babor chortles a little bit of Sandeep so that he can't help himself. Farron
Well, it's a little boring,
frowns.
but Big Boar definitely does seem to resemble the right traits. Wouldn't you say, Farron? Ugh.
Farron begins blushing profusely. You don't know what I know, he says rapidly.
Oh, well, Big Boar it is.
And I don't think they've slept together yet, Sandeep says, swaying a bit on his feet.
Gilrock is just like, oh my fuck, Jesus Christ. Let's move on, shall we? Sounds like taking Vatar by the arm and just like going ahead.
Oh, we're moving on. Xenarkthes!
Oh dear. Just under my breath.
Gilrock's gonna quickly behind, because we're now not in direct line of sight, just gonna quick disguise himself to make my face just look a bit, like, slightly different.
You're wearing a mask. No, wait, that's Damp.
I'm not. That's Damp is
Yeah,
last. So
Damp,
I do a
right.
quick disguise self just to change my appearance slightly.
Blaine hasn't said a word.
Or actually,
Blaine
minor
has been
illusion.
silently gripping my arm and sweating so far this evening.
Yeah.
I've also had a mental conversation with him earlier on, so I'm keeping a close eye.
Blaine, Chris, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Blaine is just not feeling too hot.
I would let the rest of the group pass me by and again walk at the rear.
You see a large beholder, followed by an entourage of beholderkin, emerge over the rock, floating like a large balloon.
Mm-hmm.
As he comes forward, his eyes staring in all different directions, as he observes.
Good evening.
Have we met?
I do not believe we have. I don't think I've had the pleasure. Just does a bow. Grove, at your service.
Okay.
I heard your name is Xenarkthes. That's what Sandeep called out.
Yep, Xenarkthes, this is... Well, you know who some of them are. Indeed, I tried to kill them.
Who's he referring to now, Gerald?
No, Mamet is
Yeah.
awkwardly standing there.
Garrett's just gonna do like mock shock. Just, oh really? Well, that's not going to be a problem tonight, is it?
No, there's no violence at the party. Anyone who commits violence is going to be killed. I have it on the thing and etc. I'm so tired though.
Well,
What is wrong with you, Sandeep? Are you drunk? He says a bit bemusedly.
a little.
I
It
think
appears.
I think he is. I think he's drunk.
Yeah.
A small, tiny beholder with 4 eyes says, "The players should be a familiar face."
Yeah. Well, hello. I may have had a...
Was I fucking talking to you?
No.
That's what I thought. As he drifts back. Pardon him. He's not the most refined of us. Indeed. He is not the one who you should be talking with anyway. He's our engineer. The Xenarkthes and I are in charge of most things. The spectator says.
Just big eyeball with a lisp.
He's always had the list.
Yeah, it's still funny. Well, yeah, you was just being like, so, what do you do? Since you're in the business of almost killing certain people, are you also in the criminal underground like Sandeep?
Oh, he's more than just the criminal underground. He's practically the whole criminal underground lately, Sandeep says, rolling his eyes. Clearly too drunk for his own good.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I quickly message Blaine. Just stand for a moment. I'll be right back. And just like gently shift past. Nearer to the front, basically just within grabbing distance of Sandeep if he trips over something.
You could say that. I'm quite the successful cult operator. But then again, achieving apotheosis is my goal. So,
Quite a lofty goal.
yes, quite one. And what makes you worthy of apotheosis versus anyone else? Vaitara says. Is it not clear? I am of superior form. Look at me, I am above most beholders. Instead of 10 eyes, I have 12. More, in fact, I have jaws that can dismember a man in mere seconds. And of course I have my entourage.
Indeed, very
very
impressive.
He has an entourage. You
Is
hear
that the
a...
death kiss?
Yep. You're all very powerful.
You look it.
Yes. Such is the nature of being a being from the astral sea. We have his hoppin' party music in the background.
Oh, and how, if I may ask, how have you arrived at Jufor?
It's a long story. Took some earrings long time ago. Came here on a ship. Well, most of us did. Kalith wasn't with us back then. set up this little outfit I've got here. Crash landed outside of the city.
Oh, well, that's terrible. I hope everything went okay then.
Oh,
No one was hurt.
everyone was fine. They needed to. He says as his tongue licks his massive, toothy jaw.
How long have you been here?
Of this is truly very impressive. It must take quite a large location to run something of that scale.
Indeed, it does. Sandeep is swaying a bit to the music, just in the background.
Gilrock just being like, well, how long have you been in Tian since you say you crash landed? Like, I don't quite understand what that means.
About a year and
Did you
8
come by
months. Ty is looking at Xenarkthes, staring a bit. As he put the pieces together, his eyes are narrowed. About a year and 8 months, to be approximate. But I have had quite the effect, isn't that right, little druggy Mehmet? Mehmet stiffens and just tries to avoid speaking. At least you know how to fight, unlike some family. Mehmet just darkly is glaring at the ground. I heard you have a new nickname, Xenarkthes says, floating over the water. The Farron. Oh yeah, they called him Twinkerbell, that's right, Sandeep says. You can feel the laughter from the beholder. Actually, all of them. As he stares down at Farron. You won't always have the muscles of the orc to protect you. I am going to get stronger. We could test how strong you are right now if you want to go. He says darkly. I think I'm not in the mood for the holiday after all. Suit Allard. Sandeep, what did you want? Oh, we're going to wait till later for negotiations. We haven't even... Goblin. Dick bread. He snaps his fingers. Sir, I have a name, sir. Did I ask you for your name? No. Good. Now go retrieve the bread. Yes. Your phallic festivities are quite peculiar. Not to say
Indeed.
I haven't found today enjoyable, but seems quite odd. Yeah, it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird as fuck.
Well, do you not have any festivities for where you're from?
You talking to
cultural
the
thing.
tiny thing or the two Xenarkthes?
I'm talking to Xenarkthes. I'm not interested in little piss boy.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Do you not have festivals where you come from?
Indeed, we do, but they are things that are not comprehended. Many beholders hate the sight of other beholders. They'll kill them. Sight. Bears are often violent affairs. I had to kill my own mother when she dreamt of me. Such was unfortunate, but I am smarter than they are. Seeing for A beholder-wide civilization. Alexi span. You see, Sandeep is mimicking his words, doing the hand motion of mocking him as he continues talking, as if he's heard this speech before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gilrock's not gonna do anything about that. He's just thinking, if this guy wants to get himself killed, fuck yes. I'm not gonna expose myself here and now.
You're gonna
Moss
let
is currently
Sandeep
thinking.
getting killed sad.
I don't
I
want
think-
him to get killed, but
yeah.
if he's drunk and acting high and mighty in front of the guy he's clearly terrified of, it's not like I have the power to stop it. I have no spell
Moss
slots
is
left.
nowhere near this train of thought. He's actually thinking, if Sandeep is injured, that's a perfect way getting into his office.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
He's running through his head, like, the moment he sees blood. Oh dear, Sandeep, I'll take you to your office so we
No.
can get you fixed up, and just, like, different options of how to get in the building.
Nothing's
Although when
happened
he's evil.
yet. Xenarkthes does not shoot Sandeep with a laser beam.
Wonderful.
Why silvery bobs that to make him maybe do it?
Shut the fuck up.
That would be evil, and I will give you many evil points for that.
He didn't even roll, Casper. He just decided not to murder.
No, he rolled. He
I
rolled a whiz save.
Xenarkthes rolled a whiz save.
Oh, okay.
But I was saying that would be an evil act. Very evil,
Oh,
in
I
fact.
wasn't scrolled the whole way down.
So it's
my-
so that's an evil act, but Jai thinking of, or Damp Moss thinking of, if this guy
Hey,
gets shot
I
right
haven't
now,
done
that's not
anything
evil.
yet. I
Evil,
didn't
evil
wish
thoughts
bad
and
things upon him.
evil acts and evil thoughts are two different things. Like,
Wow. Okay.
Dusk.
Anyways,
what's up?
Subtle spell, silvery bobs from Blaine.
Oh my god.
I get him the idea. Lamau. Reroll that shit.
Oh well.
Oh no.
Y'all said you didn't want combat. I guess you changed your mind.
Hey,
I
I
did-
have literally
yeah,
done nothing. You can't blame me for anything.
The
Yes,
only
it was
one
his blade.
the only one he could attack is Sandeep. We haven't done anything technically.
Oh no.
Alright, what's 2?
But there's no
Paralyzing.
violence.
Paralyzing ray.
Okay.
A ray
okay.
shoots out of his eye towards Sandeep.
I step in and try and catch Sandeep if he falls.
I thought there was no violence at this party.
Sandeep becomes paralyzed. However, as that happens, almost immediately security measures are triggered. And
Yeah.
Sandeep is not able to stop anything because of the fact that he is paralyzed.
Mhm.
Uh-oh. I have nothing that can help because I have first level spell slots.
I have 1 second level, but that's not gonna help.
Yeah, I just catch him. The end. I'm just holding him.
Around Xenarkthes, multiple Efreet appear. Large, hulking male genies with horns along the crown of their heads appear around and behind him, swords at the ready.
Oh dear.
Check how far away these all are. They are all within 60 feet of me. I would like to quickly say into all of their heads. Before you attack anyone, please know that he is A, only paralyzed, and B, perhaps wake up your boss before you cause any irreversible harm. And I just, like, wave a hand to motion that it's me.
What is this? One of them says, pointing their swords at Caliph. Oh dear. Have we angered someone? It blinks innocently.
I believe you broke the rules.
Xenarkthes, just to ask a quick question. Are you able to undo this? Or do we wait?
Should learn how to keep his shut. Not.
I pick up Sandeep into a Princess Curry.
I thought the scar would be enough for him to learn.
the Afriti all hear in their heads. Do what you want.
But no violence was promised. Kill him. Come, entourage. The negotiations must wait now. Floats over the Ifrit. Who will come closer to you. Fuck 'em, I say. The small one wanders off. My sincerest apologies. That could have gone better. It was a pleasure to meet you, Fern. Sorry I had to try and kill all of you before. Boss man ordered it. It is what it is. Bye.
A job is a job. Good night.
I hope to meet all of you again. If we do end up fighting, I'll make sure to keep some of you as my little... Then I won't have to kill you.
Internally shivers. Yes, good night.
The goth doesn't say anything, it just leaves.
Dear Afraid friend, is there a place? I believe he mentioned his office. Should I take him there?
No
Should probably
office
put him down.
until the fireworks. Those were the orders he gave. You seen the
Understood.
fireworks?
Then what is the plan? Do I just hold him until he wakes up? I'm
You're going to
perfectly fine
need
with
to.
that.
All of you, in fact, are going to need to look after him. You were his special guests at this party.
Understood.
Oi! You. Me, what is it? You're, part of us, right? Fire Genasi? Well, I mean, yeah, I'm part Fire Genie, but, my bad. You look a little scrawny for security detail. Dejected, Farron turns his head to the plants.
Yours was gonna say, I realize that the rules were set that we have to wait until the fireworks, but if we have a wide variety of magic uses, I myself could maybe help with this if I had 10 minutes, just somewhere where I could come do some sort of ritual to help Sandeep wake up, because he does need to be running all this, doesn't he?
He needs to be awake by the time the fireworks are back, yeah.
Should we not make sure that happens? Because we did not get a specification of how long Xenarkthes' paralysis works.
Oh, I've got the dick bread. Goblin comes running up.
So
Thank
what
you,
what if only I or me and the one you've appointed to carry him just put him down in his office and heal him? He himself is a druid. I myself have a multitude of spells that could help the situation.
Indeed, and we would return immediately before the fireworks.
Fine.
We just need a little space.
Fine. It's not worth arguing. Need to
Very
make
well.
sure nothing else happens.
Of course.
You need to get Gale to come with.
Very well. I'll just go
Point
get
us in
him.
the direction of Gale.
He's over here. I just go over. Gale.
He says, looking up
Yep.
from his party
Big
game.
bread. Your boss has been paralyzed. We have
Wait,
been
what?
appointed
He
by
says,
the
taking off his trident.
It just quickly puts his hands up. He's not harmed. He was paralyzed. The Afriti showed up and has appointed me and one of my companions to take him to his office to try and help him. But we need to bring you. He told us to get you. So if you could just come with me.
Of course, this is most unfortunate.
Yes, indeed. He just says he may have drunk a bit too much and forgotten himself in front of Xenarkthes.
He never drinks that much.
This must be a stressful evening for him.
Blaine hears in his head. Can you handle being without us for a time, or is there a limit to this?
Don't know.
Stick close to Farron.
I'll go. I'll be fine. Just go.
Okie dokie. And I'll start following Gilrock. Gale, where exactly are we headed?
Where are you?
Yeah,
guys
you were
headed?
told to go
Over
to this
way.
office. Okay, it's this way?
Yep.
Sicko mode.
Before we cut to the peeps in the office, Blaine, what are you gonna do?
First, Blaine's gonna have a panic attack. Secondly, I think. What is he gonna do? He is wearing a mask. Can I make a stealth check to get away from the others without them noticing?
You can try. That's a pretty high stealth check. You have Babur, Gerald, Ty, Ginthal, and Mehmet all around you.
They were looking at me.
No, but it's not
Fair. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, to Batman them, you have to roll high.
I'll give it a try, but I am gonna walk away regardless if they even if they see me or not. That's not high enough. I highly doubt I beat anyone's.
Nope.
Like
You don't.
You can give
Passive
you can give yourself.
Oh, yeah, I
advantage
can.
with the
I can,
silvery
yeah.
knobs.
I'll do that. 23.
Okay. Let me check. Does anyone see you? Mehmet is too distracted. Baron is hugging Babur.
What we twink about?
Y'all were mean as fuck. Leave him alone.
Hey, come on! You can't give us the name Twinkable. Expect us to not be like, hey, we're friends. They take advantage of these things. He just gave us the best pet name we could call him.
I think that beats everyone. I think you move, sneak away.
Go.
Oops.
Where are you trying to go?
Just a little away from everyone. And I'd like to take off my glove that I'm wearing to see how does my hand look? Am I looking pale compared
Your hand
to
looks pale. Your rest of your body is a normal color.
Would there be a way I could see how my face would look?
Water.
Oh yeah, I suppose that would be true. That would require me going back there though.
No, there's fountain.
Oh, there is a I'm fucking
Big ass
retarded.
pond.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'll lift the mask a little bit and look into the water.
You see the hints of green veins along the edge of your forehead, otherwise you are a normal coloration.
Squint my eyes at myself and I put the mask back on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think to myself, I'm like, why do I feel so cold? And I look at my hands and I notice they're shaking. And I think in my head, are you there?
I'm always here.
What? Takes a few steps away. Why are you back in my head?
Because you enough.
I'm not strong enough without you. I'm an Emir. I've gained a lot of power recently. I don't need you. What would you be able to grant me that Kalia or anyone else for that matter wouldn't be able to?
Something a god can't promise. What happens?
Such as
What happens if Nina dies? Or Octavia? The gods will let them stay dead forever. Whereas I have the strength to defy death itself.
Hmm.
You've seen the way their sister looks at you. Like you monster.
I know. But at the same time, I know that she's not going to raise her hand against me. We are family after all.
And what did they
And
do to their own family? You don't remember.
I know they ostracized him, and I feel sorry for him. But I am not in his situation. As for my family dying, that is something one must take with life.
Is that what you're going to say? Child be ripped.
My child? I do not have a child.
Yet.
You know, I can tell you haven't been paying as close attention as you would like to proclaim you have.
Harder. But someone.
Mm.
But find the death. If you so.
If I ever find myself out there again, you're the last person I would return to. I'd rather work with the demons than you.
Say what you wish. Hawk is bird. Enjoy your.
I'm not going to respond to that and just cut the connection.
You feel shadows still looming over you. A heavy weight on your shoulder.
Do I feel it like physically in any way, or is it
Yes,
like a
it's
metaphorical sense?
physical.
Where do I feel it specifically?
On your shoulders. Like you're carrying something. Unlike before Aaliyah had told you, you can feel it again.
Yeah. I'm gonna do something that might be stupid, but I guess we'll figure it out. I'll figure out if it is. You say I feel it on my shoulders, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my hand on my shoulder to try and figure out. Like, I want to put my hand directly where I feel the pressure point itself. Do I feel anything as I like touch what I imagine is the feeling of that weight on my shoulders?
No. You don't.
Mm. I think after trying that, I'm gonna look at my hand again. Has it like does anything look different? Do I look
It is
more
less,
normal
you
or
do look more normal.
like shakes his head and starts slowly walking back towards the others?
All right. We're gonna take a quick 15 break there.
Good timing.
Yes. We will be right back with more Nightmares Incarnate Conspiracy of Demons at 8:30 a.m. Brisbane time / whatever it is. So in 15
Or
minutes.
10:30 p.m. GMT.
Yep.
11:15 CEST coming at you live.
All right. See you in a minute. 1. Welcome back. I have turned on my... I'm going to turn on my camera now, because I am no longer directly in the sun, even though one side of my face is much brighter than the other. When I do this, you can see the fact my curtain broke off. Problem, but I'm wanting that to get fixed by the school, the apartment building that I'm in. Oh, I need to change my background fast.
Ah, yes. Update the vibe to reflect the new location.
Yes.
Just rolling my die. Shit. Dropped it on the ground. Whoopsie. So boys, how do you reckon they make dick bread in this universe? Do you think they have the squeeze thing to put they put cream in other pastries?
I'm betting they have like a giant out in the kitchen who they just shape it after. Honestly, they just wrap it around his dick
Oh my
and then just
God.
bake the bread
They have
like a
Yeah.
fire giant.
This is
Specifically.
not the
They just put like
conversation I was expecting.
they just put his massive schlong into the oven because
They kidnap someone from a crown of candy. It's a large sugar devil,
Oh
a
my
sugar
God.
giant.
We can't reference that. We can't reference that. That's copyright. We can't reference that.
What is it?
Yeah, that one thing that people have heard of that had candy people involved in.
I don't understand.
It's
Don't worry about
don't
it,
worry
Liz.
about
His
it.
favorite flavor of dick bread is
Who?
Xenarkthes. He said
It's
it was
probably
quaint and interesting thing
Fr-
that he'd noticed.
fries.
Yeah, probably the potato one.
The potato ones, yeah.
Like,
That makes sense.
Gilrock is gonna at one point somehow, some way ask Xenarkthes about fries.
How did I-
Xenarkthes, just random offhand comment. What's the
But
worst
just-
set of
what's
fries you ever had?
what's the worst fries you've had? Tell us a
I don't-
story
like,
related
for example,
to fries.
like cold fries. Like that could be the worst.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't
Yeah.
update my background right now. I'm gonna update it to Ayers Rock later. I'm trying to resize the
Where-
goddamn map.
Yo, Xenarkthes, have you ever met like a monkey in some sort of way?
Wow, what an oddly specific question. That's
So no, this random question, like no background for it. I just thought I'd ask. Have you ever been, when you were in space, have you ever had like really cold fries? And if so, like, did you ever complain about it? 'Cause, I mean, that's bad stuff.
to like a golem and like randomly like a monkey for some reason.
Yeah, I don't
Xenarkthes
know why.
starts.
I just had this really weird dream.
Xenarkthes starts shaking. How does he know?
he would start
Xenarkthes.
shaking because that would be stressful. How would you know?
Have you ever betted on a monkey in a slave fight and lost a fuck ton of money before you got it back?
You're lucky Gianthal was there to save your ass.
Hey, because you fucked me. You put my poor level 10 boy
When
against something else
you
that
make
counts
rash
18.
decisions, sometimes bad things
It's not
happen.
a rash decision to ask, is there some sort of like gladiatorial arena that makes to make money in? I didn't know I was gonna be like ostracized because of it.
You didn't
Like,
ask
I'm
that
just-
question.
Yes, I said, is there like is some sort of fighting pit? And then you were like, yeah, it's there. They usually send up slaves. You didn't specify it was only slaves that fought there. And you didn't specify I was going to fight some giant snake hydra.
I still feel
Because
good
it-
about that decision.
Yeah.
You
Considering it was before that, it was like a little fucking bug boy and a Goliath. I figured, I'm gonna fight something maybe stronger, but on my level. And then you just bring out some sort of demon motherfucker.
So is it? It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
it's Damp, Gilrock, Vatara, Sandeep, and Gale. Is that all? Everyone who's going in this office?
Was Raytar included? I didn't
Yep,
know that.
she
I thought
came
it was
with
just me
you.
and
She's
Dan.
walking up, yeah.
All right, cool. Then it's just us.
Was there anyone else? I just want to make sure.
No,
No,
it's just
not
us.
that.
As for like going, Gilrock is just messaging Raytara and Damp like, so should we try and get into the safe now? Or should we wait? What do y'all reckon?
Well, personally,
I have
think,
things I can do. But
if worst comes to worst, and it seems improbable, getting information on the layout is also good. We do have time, but if the situation does arise, then we may as well give it a try.
I'm just thinking that this may
Can
be.
you see the map?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm just thinking this may be our best chance because we don't. I get. We're supposed to get in here later, but considering he is, as of right now, incapacitated and there's only one guard extra. It just seems like a good opportunity. Maybe I guess we'll see it with the paralysis.
All right. So you
We
arrive into an office downstairs in the basement. A hearth burns with gentle cracking of the wood. Chris, if you could hit the music, much appreciated.
Spin that shit.
I will spin that shit.
Torches light the walls made out of white marble and sandstone. As you can see, a large chair. At the center, a massive desk with books lining the various shelves. As you step in, Gale looks around and says, At least no one else has decided to come in here.
Well, Gil's just gonna be like, well, I mean, would someone? Isn't this his personal office?
He has enemies out there. Plenty of them.
Yeah, I see.
Just because somebody's
Sandeep.
at this party doesn't mean they're a friend, he says, and he'll go and stoke the fire to keep it burning.
Well, could you put him down on the sofa, maybe?
Yes, if you don't need any more room than that.
I don't think we'll do.
Wonderful. I will set him down over here.
No, I'm sure it means a lot to him. Not a lot of people treat the boss with kindness. Kind of suffered.
Well, I'm glad we are available in this situation.
Yeah. Now you, for me, Dusky. What type of check would I need to make to try and figure out how long this would take, like, naturally? Could I, like, feel his body to see if it's starting to wear off, or since I've
Medicine.
met Xenarkthes? Medicine? Alright. Do you wanna maybe help me out, Jerry? Because I don't know. How high is your
What's
medicine?
your medicine? Yeah,
Plus
mine's
4.
+7. Okay.
Okay, then I'll give you the help action. Your
I'll
medicine is
just
higher than
kneel
mine.
down.
Just do, like, check his breath, that type of stuff.
Dirty 20.
He's probably gonna be out for at least another hour.
Ah,
Okay.
He took the blast
I relay that
directly
to you.
to the face.
oh.
Pardon me.
Well, so do you say that in our mind, John?
Yeah, I say it in your head.
Then I'm just gonna be like, well, we could deal with boy over there and try and fix this guy as quickly as possible afterwards.
Well,
This seems like an amp opportunity.
if we were to, as you say, deal with our friend Gale here, what do you believe the likelihood is that he doesn't immediately wake up and order for us to be killed?
I don't. If the thing I'll do works, he will be out of it for a while.
He'll know it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Either one of you has modified matter.
No, but I mean, we could come up with a story like, oh, someone came in the room if we trashed the place, kind of. Do a little lie.
I think that's
I believe that
interesting
may not
plan.
work very well.
Mm,
Lying is usually better when they haven't felt the influence of the arcane.
Well, I'll now try and cast Protection against Poison on this dude, see if it'll neutralize anything.
On Sandeep,
Yeah.
I don't waste your spell slot. That won't work.
It's not a spell slot, it's just my guitar.
Yeah, that won't work.
Then I'm just gonna, like, study him and just say to Gale, considering the power of this paralysis, it seems he's gonna be out for at least an hour unless you have some sort of... If you have any spellcasters in his group that knows restoration.
Yeah, he's not gonna be out. Or one of the
He's
reasons
not.
I let you come down here. As Gale starts walking across the room towards the bookshelves.
While he does that, I want to just do a quick scan of the room, see if I can see the safe.
Nope.
Cool.
What did Gale mean by he's not going to be out for an hour?
He
He's
goes.
going over to a bookshelf.
He's going over to a bookshelf, and he is
Oh, okay.
perusing through a stack of scrolls, or picking one up and coming back over. This should be sufficient. He hands it to you, Damp Moss.
Accept it from him.
The scroll of greater restoration.
Hmm.
I hand it over to Gilrock. You're a little more well-versed.
Right.
Did it make also get rid of the drunkenness? Gale says.
Probably.
If there are any drinks in here that I'd be able to go and get, I'm sure he'd appreciate something to knock the edge off.
I don't know if it's a good idea to bring him more alcohol right now. Fact.
Well,
He
if it's
goes
going to get
over
rid
and
of all of the effects.
He goes over and he grabs the flask from Sandeep's hip and puts it on his own belt.
Well, if he complains, it's on you. And I give like a... Oh, I'm wearing a mask. I go to give a smile that shows that that's a joke, and forget that he can't see it.
Okay. I don't... He kind of glares at you and will pour himself a glass of water.
I'm wearing a mask, aren't I? My apologies, that was a joke.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Vatarek kind of flits over by you, Gilrock, and whispers, "What the fuck are we?"
Just points at her and just, well, I figured this could be a chance to find the documents we're looking for, but it's, I don't know. Maybe we. What do you think is a good idea? Should we fix them and try and do it later, or should we? I can potentially incapacitate Gale here, but he'll know that something happened afterwards, unless you know some way to alter his memory.
We're gonna have to act fast unless...
I'm gonna.
But
I turn to
remember,
Gale and out loud.
this could be important.
Sure. I'm gonna start reading through the scroll, just how to do it, and start playing a song to do greater restoration on my boy here.
What do you
Gale,
say? Yes.
Would I be permitted to browse those shelves and see what other scrolls are there? If need be, you can come and watch to make sure I don't snaffle anything away, but I'd be most intrigued.
You know those things are down here for a reason.
Well, of course, and thought it would be a golden opportunity to take a look.
He's gonna look at you. Kind of stares for a minute. His eyes going up and down your outfit. You can look at anything from the first groups of shelves. Anything beyond that, I will have to knock you out. Get you to
Understood.
leave.
To avoid your gorgeous right hook, I'll be sure to only hit the first shelves.
I start playing on my flute to do a greater restoration on Sandeep. So he poof.
Sandeep wakes up, scratching his head, and then he runs his fingers through his beard. He grips his mouth and then looks at the water, quickly pouring himself a glass as you see him swash it. Ugh.
Morning.
Could he have at least not froze me mid-sentence? My mouth was open the entire time.
Well, no, I mean, not to be inconsiderate, but you did kind of ask for it with the way you were acting. I mean, did you expect anything else from Xenarkthes?
No, but again, you're the ones who wanted him to be here, not me.
Nah.
I invited him
Sure.
out of a favor to you.
Yes, I realize. It's just we wouldn't want you to come into harm because of it. But that's a bit difficult if you put yourself there.
That he's right, Gale says. You did kind of push the beholder's button unnecessarily. There's the fire again. Look, I don't want a top official to get into a fight with another top official of a god and one of the most powerful beings on this planet, and technically my ruler in my guard. I was stressed, okay? Puts his hands on his head. This evening, nothing but stressful.
I can imagine. Well, you should be feeling better now, at least, thanks to the scroll you had.
Yes.
But
He taps his hip. Damn it. Fair enough. I don't need it anymore. Gale
probably
nods.
shouldn't. If I may ask, since this, not just with Xenarkthes, this party appears to be quite stressful for you, why did you have it?
I have to.
Because you're the criminal overlord or whatever?
That's correct. Yeah, Sandeep just places his hands on the table. Gale, you don't need to speak for me. You see Gale frown and turn back towards the fire.
Awkward.
As Gale has turned to the fire and Sandeep is facing away from me on the sofa, other than perusing what's on the shelf, I would like to summon Olivia in her tiniest form and put her in the shelf.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll start to head back over. Oh, what scrolls were there?
There are many different scrolls. Some of them are business related, others appear to be scholarly articles. Many, in fact, are from about the army. A lot of military history.
Huh?
This section at least appears to be mostly Sandeep's personal library. There is a copy of the holy book of his religion that appears to be gathering dust, but has been opened recently. And some other details, in particular a photo, well, not a photo, but a painted portrait of a young Summer Eladrin standing next to a man with a lost limb and a prosthetic replacement, who is a golden skinned tiefling, and the man is carrying the small Summer Eladrin on his shoulder with a bright smile. He has a military uniform on.
Okay. I walk back round and sit down next to Sandeep. Feeling better?
Somewhat. At least I can have my mouth not be completely dry.
When I was carrying you, I did try to do my best to keep it covered, but wasn't particularly easy.
It's fine. Thank you for bringing me back here, and thank you even more for being good allies.
Well, you are most welcome.
You didn't do anything to seem to have tried to. So, Atara sits down in the chair.
We are guests, after all.
Yep. Guess at the horrible party where I'm not having. Would feel bad for inviting anything.
Well, on a positive note, it's always good to get more dick bread.
I mean, I know fest. If I didn't, it would be unpious of. Plus, you should be thanking Gale anyway, the one who cooks around here.
Oh.
Or leads cooking. I
Most
do what I
impressive.
can to please. Sir. Gale looks down at the fire and quickly turns away.
Don't make that joke. Okay, never mind.
Sandeep does not notice. He's too busy sulking dramatically on his sofa.
If I may ask, Sandeep, what would you like to do since you appear to be so unhappy in your circumstance?
That's complicated. Something I can't do anymore anyway.
Well, what is it?
Be a soldier.
Why can't you do that?
As I've thousands of I would be executed without hesitation.
Well, we looks to Damp know a lot of officials. We may be able to sway their minds on giving you a chance.
Sandeep laughs. I know Mehmet himself. I've known Mehmet for almost 5 years, and you think his mother's going to try and give me a chance? Somebody who's scarcely helped this city's problems with drugs, alcoholism, poverty. I think you're wise. He looks down,
Well,
pained, as he stares at the floor.
at the very least, being an ally should provide a few boons.
Also, we know a general who has already broken the law himself by freeing a prisoner.
And governs his own land, correct?
Yes, and Blaine is soon to be a region.
I'm not
his own land.
a noble, Sandeep says flatly. He pours himself a glass of water. This,
Yes.
everything around you, I had to claw my way towards. My family died when I was very young, and I was left abandoned to roam the streets of the lower city. I couldn't collect my father's military stipend because I didn't have proof. Thing was taken away by his friend, his supposed best friend, he says with venom dripping in his voice.
Who was that?
He's dead.
Well, we're on a bit of a mission. And as you know, Xenarkthes is a massive cunt.
TOS,
Beja.
please. Sorry, I didn't get enough.
It's cunt. Sorry.
Why did you do it 2 times?
I didn't say it. I said. I didn't know that word. It's not allowed on.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Twitter, so-
I laughed the first time and I was like, oh shit. So like, Keep going.
Sorry everyone. A big lump of lard instead. Beja has her issues, and he's indeed quite the big problem lately. If you could be of any assistance to dealing with that, she may be more inclined to give.
Certainly,
Maybe not.
Ulysses.
Maybe, of course, maybe not all your crimes would be released, but maybe give you a chance to make up for them if you help us in our quest, considering how much is riding on it. I mean, we already met one of the previous cultists who has taken his penance and is on the path of, correcting his wrongs. So I wouldn't say
Ishmael?
Yeah.
Umar, as he was known.
Yes, Ishmael. He's helped us out.
He's not like me. Ishmael was someone who fell from this. I've been rotten since I was a child.
You were born in a shitty circumstance. You were born in a shitty circumstance and you made the best of your situation. I personally can understand that.
As can I.
It's very high likelihood I would have ended the same. It's a very high likelihood I would have ended the same way if I hadn't found the passion for music, you could say. I've broken a fair bits of laws myself. Points towards some of the scars on his arms.
I don't think you understand the difference between you and I. I haven't just broken a few laws. I've broken most laws. He turns around and looks at the portrait on the wall, staring at it. And then you see him bury his face in his hand. I despair to think what he would think of me. He was a hero. I'm scum. Gale comes over and offers a cup of tea.
Yeah, I don't.
What were you rolling for? Just curious.
Not side-eye damp on these scum. But I don't, because I got a 10.
Gale gently places the cup of tea in front of Sandeep before returning to the fire.
There's always, Sandeep, I realize that you may not have the highest opinion of yourself, and all this may seem quite hopeless, but everyone deserves a second chance, even though you may not feel like it, and the only path you can go forward is to at least try. If you don't want to continue in this way you have been, considering how it makes you feel, wouldn't it be at least worth a shot to maybe try and be on, and just air quotes, the good side for once?
Takes a sip.
We've all done evils and things we regret and things that probably in the eyes of others isn't respectable. I mean, I did my fair share of stealing. We've tricked and done things that we considered to be the right thing to get on with our lives, to survive. It didn't seem like this was your choice originally. It's just the hand you were dealt.
Wasn't my choice to steal.
But
I had to live. I've taken it much farther than that. Go look in the storage closet. See how many drugs are in there. that I'm going to go out and I'm going to give people to kill themselves. Tell me I don't deserve what they believe should happen.
If you wanted to stop, could you? Could you end this whole operation and stop supplying drugs to the city?
I have no idea. I don't
But you're-
know how.
So you're trapped. It's not really your choice then, is it? Would something happen to you if you were to drop this, you could say?
I could run away to another country. But this is a crisis and I don't want to leave my people.
Will help us help your people.
By doing what?
We're trying to drive Xenarkthes out of him, because he's the main threat as of right now. We wanted to have him here to maybe be able to get some information out of him, find out more about him, potentially spot out a weakness, see if he's making allies that we could note down, basically information. That's what this generally is, but we've also been told that you may have documents that could help.
He blinks. Well, I mean,
Of
course I do. I keep everything on record. Sir,
Exactly.
Sir is very detail-oriented. He's always been as such. It's one of the things I most admire about him, Gale says, as he pulls out a kettle and sets it on the table. See if anyone
Okay.
else would like it.
I'll take a cup. Just above game, because it's been a while since that session. What exactly was the info we were like? I get it was something about the lich. I remember that, but just what specifically was the original thing we were like looking for here? Did she tell us, or did she just say documents?
She told you it's the how to get to Xenarkthes' lair without basically tunneling through section 47.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Because that collapsed, so you can't get to it directly.
Okay. Cool. So then I'll just be like, well, you have information about Xenarkthes and his operation, then I presume, in
Course
these
I do.
papers.
Yes.
Well, if we could read it or copy it down, that could be great help. We've talked with other cultists that have left, but they've told us the location or the nearby location of his previous and current lair, but none of how to get there potentially unnoticed, because what would be preferable is if we...
Unnoticed, he says, looking at you a bit incredulously.
Yes.
You're going to be noticed regardless.
Why?
I want you to think about the smartest person you know. Who would you say is that?
Raw intelligence-wise?
Yes.
Probably one of the gods.
Rolls his eyes at you. Immortal.
Farron?
Sadiq?
Now, imagine Farron's mind, or Sadiq's. You take it, and you add maybe 5 times as much brain matter. That's the level of intelligence you're dealing with when you're dealing with a thing like him. He can dream the future, see the past, do things that you can't even imagine.
Well then, since this will be a blind sprint into certain death, what's the shortest route?
You can't fight him. You know this. He's right.
Well-
You would all die.
At
We
the very
have-
least, unfortunately, we are going to have to try.
We're
Or-
not
Or
we do, or what?
we can try to get him to leave.
That's my original plan. What I...
But I know something that can help. Come. He stands up.
I
Okay.
stand up and start following.
Gale seems excited and he follows. Vatar is hella confused. Sir, are you sure it's a wise idea to open the safe? Gale, I don't care about the criminal empire anymore. Sir, I'm only seeking to do what is best for your help. Yes, I know. Thank you, Gale. Gale kicks dust a bit on the carpet and folds his hands behind his back. Sandeep takes off a key from his belt and opens a side compartment on the desk, revealing a small safe that he looks at and then will look back to you. Could you not be peering over my shoulder while I open the safe with all of my intimate secrets in it?
Right, of course. I turn and just face the wall.
He smiles.
Yeah, I'm just standing by the side, so I don't see anything.
Yeah, he smiles and will start quickly unlocking it, maneuvering the mechanism. As he goes in, and if you Gilrock, you can just see that he basically sticks his entire body halfway inside, as if the size of the desk is massively expanded.
Okay.
I turn to go and walk around where Gilrock is to make sure that I can't see, but in the process try and take a glance.
It is a safe of holding, so basically he's almost, his entire body is now practically, and he's up to his knees.
Oh wow.
And you see piles and piles of documents inside this pocket dimension. Books, ledgers, other items of importance. As he slowly begins filtering through things. Here, take this. He hands something over his back.
I step up and grab
No.
it.
Gale says that he will come and grab it before him.
Okay. Take a step back.
Alright, let's see what else.
Oh, while you're
So,
down there,
You
do
know
you have any information on a lich?
what's
You
the
don't
lich?
know this, Chai.
Huh?
I don't think we know of this. Gerald never told us.
Did he not? Oh, okay, in which
No.
case then never mind.
Should we, should we say, since Gerald wasn't here, that he would have told us?
Because
Yeah, okay.
that plot won't move forward now.
Otherwise, yeah, so we'll say he told us about it. So yeah. Did he, what lich then?
Yeah, that's what he
Did
asked.
Zane specify?
Gerald would have told you the lich and all Natir.
One in Alnatir.
All Natir. I don't do a lot of business up that far up the river, but there's a crossroads. That's not my territory, but I have this, and he throws back into Gale's hands, who quickly catches it. Gale is just over the moon right now. That's a book of transcriptions from some sort of meeting that was had between criminals.
Thank you
Look
very
through
much.
there. Xenarkthes, and he crawls all the way inside his desk.
You're just gonna be like, I think I should read those.
Give me a moment, he says. Gale smiles and hugs them to his chest before he hands them over.
Mm-hmm.
He then gives you a subsequent look of, if you say a word of this to Sandeep, I will kill both of you.
I give him a wink.
Gilrock is did not acknowledge it because he's currently just reading quickly through basically all of these things.
Yep, you find a document saying that there is a passageway. This is from a recent correspondence. There is a passageway leading down from the center of the lower city markets, which were where you were today, where Demogorgon attacked, down into the district where Xenarkthes is housing his thing in the catacombs layer. It is an ancient passageway, and it also gives you the information of the riddle, but the answer is not written down. It was given to Sandeep so he could go, presumably, get Xenarkthes for this party. Here's some more stuff. He comes head back out.
Oh, wonderful, thank you. Are we allowed to take these, or should I do a little note-taking?
Fuck yes,
Oh,
you can take them.
We
Sir,
wouldn't need that.
Gale, he holds the man's shoulders. We are done here. This enterprise. I want to try to be a good person. But you are a good... No, Gale. Gale frowns.
Gale shouldn't be like Sandeep.
If
I
need
don't-
be... Go ahead, Gilrock.
It's just... I don't think we need to bring it with us in case that would get you in trouble.
I'm coming with you. You're going to need me for this anyway. Come here. Says, motioning you excitedly. Sir, what are you doing? Sir, what are you doing? That's our entire stock. As I said, Gale, we're moving out of the business. Opens the door.
Is it burning time?
More than that. He hands you a couple barrels. These are not going to go to the lower city. I'm soon.
This barrel's
I
full of
accept the
drugs.
Yep, they are. And he'll say to you, Gilrock, you have a bag of holding.
Yes.
Put them in there. Sir, are you not worried that they'll combine inside the bag and explode?
I'm sorry?
That's what exactly I'm hoping for, Gale, is we'll use them. In
Ah,
Xenarkthes'
perfect. I
lair.
help shove it in the bag.
I feel so alive. I feel so alive to be... What does Gilrock say?
He's putting one of the barrels into like a separate compartment for himself. It's like, oh my god.
Sandeep slaps your hand. Because I assume that's...
What? Sorry.
It must be force of habit.
I feel so alive. You have no idea how long I've... His tears are streaming down his face as he, grabs onto you, Damp, and hugs you. Gale is now glaring daggers into you, Damp Moss.
I give him the hug back, and let me check quickly. He's within 60 feet. He just gets, sorry, in his head. Sandeep, if the things in this locker caught on fire, would it explode and kill everyone?
Oh yeah, that's why I'm not going to light this on fire. That would be stupid.
Ah, good to know. I extinguished the, little flicker of flame that was beginning on my palm.
So we're going to take them somewhere else to light them on fire, he says, clapping you on the back. Gale seething.
Let me guess, Xenarkthes' place?
Oh, you know it. Oh, I'm so excited. Gale, I assume you're going to come with us. Sir, I would never leave your side, of course. Would be my honor.
So you're leaving this house then?
Not yet. We're gonna have to set that up later.
Summon Olivia.
How fast are you? I need a Arcana for that.
Okay. I start to cough as if it's the dust, and while I'm waving my hand in front of my face, at one point I flick my hand to try and dispel her.
Sandeep is
Big
pretty
money,
fast.
Don't roll low. Oh,
Not
23.
fast enough. You desummon. Minecraft mob despawn noise. Anyway, Sandeep looks up at his father's picture. and smiles. Genuinely. You think Ty will think I'm attractive more now? Too. Turns around.
Do you want me to be honest?
Yes.
I don't doubt he finds you attractive, but I'm pretty sure he's faithful to his husband. If I'm being completely honest.
I think Gianthal may try and kill you. Because
he has a dragon.
He really did look like he had a hard time.
And he has a dragon.
Ah, he has a dragon.
He does?
Gale, why wasn't I informed of this? Because I didn't know about this person?
Yeah, he told us before we came that he was thinking of bringing it, and we said maybe not a good idea to bring a dragon to a party.
Well, that would have been interesting. Alright, well, I was hoping maybe they'd be more open, but that's fine. Ganthal's pretty adorable himself. Gale, fuming. You can feel the anger.
The gay anger just fuming from this man.
And then he takes the portrait off the wall. I'm going to have to do some preparations. How many days until you are planning this assault on Xenarkthes?
Basically as quick as possible.
Alright, give me 24 hours.
Could we, if it's not too much to ask, could you or we bring some of your spell scrolls if you have any that you think might be of help?
I will bring
maybe something to protect from divination, invisibility.
I will bring some spell scrolls. I have to pack up anyway. Gale, yes sir. See to it that all the people receive their last paychecks before they are dismissed. Tell them when the party's over, business is over. I'm moving on. So remember, Gale, this is my chance. I'm happier than I've ever felt in a long time. Good. This is what you desire, sir. I will see it done.
Gale hears in his head just before he turns away. If you wish to stay with him, I would say so now.
Sandeep. He stops. Yes, Gale, I thought I had given you your direction. Sir, you did, but, Could someone else possibly handle it? But you're the person I trust the most. Why would I not have you do it? I mean, you're coming with me anyway, so... Gale seems frustrated as he bites his lip. Sir, yes, sir. He'll look back at you, Torin. Sigh. Where he goes. That was weird, Sandeep says. Oblivious.
I turn to Sandeep. And since you are moving on, what are your plans? Do you presume to dismiss everyone, Gale included?
No, Gale's coming with me.
Good, I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that.
And I'm coming with you, he says.
It'll be a pleasure doing business. And I give him a wink and offer a hand for a handshake.
Baytara leans into you, Gilrock. Should I just tell him? I'm very confused.
Gil just leans back. I think he'll find out on his own. We've dealt with this before.
This seems stupid.
I know, but I mean... We've just made him a friend. I don't know if we should tell him straight out that his, second in command wants to bone him.
He's already our friend. But
I mean, he was more like an acquaintance that wanted to fuck one of in the party, but okay.
She shrugs. Ooh, Whisper Party? Am I invited?
Did he accept my handshake?
Oh yeah, he did.
No, he left Damp hanging.
No, he doesn't shake your hand. But,
I take his hand. I go to give him the handshake and then pull him in for like the one-armed hug, and just say, perhaps have a deeper conversation with Gale. Just ask him what's on his mind. See what happens. He'll be surprised. And I just give him a tap on the shoulder and turn to see the two of them whispering about something that I didn't hear.
Whisper party. Sandeep goes over.
Just give her a look like, should we?
She shakes her head and rolls her eyes.
Yeah, no, we were like Yo just goes, we were talking about like just sex.
That's boring. He says,
Sorry.
not even interesting.
Let it be interesting sex? Nah, very boring sex.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Anyway. Isn't Gale such an amazing cook? I need to get that.
By the way, did he find any info about this lich? Because you didn't say.
It does,
yeah,
but
he did say.
yeah,
What?
he gave it to you. It's in the ledger.
There was a
in the book,
transcript of a meeting between people,
in
but
the
he doesn't
criminal
really know because
underworld.
it's not his jurisdiction.
Yeah, it's not his
Okay.
jurisdiction. So you need to read it later.
Okay. Okay, I thought you were capable. I thought I said that I read through all the stuff after I was given
We
it.
don't have time right now. Let's go.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, you do have time, but like, do you want to? I mean, like, it would be a long read.
I just say into Gilrock's head as he starts to open one of the scrolls. We'll do it with everyone. Can you be asked to relay all that conversation to them after?
I mean, I figured it'd be good to just get this information right now, just in case, but okay, sure.
You have a bag of holding. We'll pull it out later. It's not like anything bad could happen between now and then that would stop us from relaying important information in time.
Yeah, of course not, because nothing goes wrong here with us ever.
No, it's
Let's
not
see
like
if
it's
anything
every
goes
time.
wrong.
Hell.
Rewind to an hour ago, back in the courtyard.
Where we're about to walk out to a blood massacre as Blaine has killed everybody.
I mean, we'll
Well,
find
we
out.
come out to Blaine laughing at top of Xenarkthes' corpse.
Oh, it's done.
Alright, go home, everyone. We're done.
And you're next. Blaine kills us all. Part of the campaign over.
I would suck. Anyway.
This was all his origin story to be the next.
I'm actually the next BBEG. Let's go.
Where are you? There you are. You're back with the party. All right. So we cut back to Blaine standing awkwardly with the party as they have just left.
Didn't he sneak away?
Yeah, you already did. He left and then he came back.
Okay.
Does Mehmet know that it's me specifically that's standing here?
Yes.
I mean, I guess he'd figure.
That's an odd
Okay.
outfit, he says as he drinks a glass of absinthe.
I think just to fuck with him, I'm gonna subtle spell prestidigitation and change my eyes to like look blood red, and I'm just gonna look at him, just like and like crank my head to the side a little bit.
You in a foul mood today, he says, confused.
No, I'm just surprised you could recognize me. Although I do suppose the people I travel with are a bit more recognizable.
To be honest, it's not that difficult if you're of my kind. You have a distinct smell. Able to pick.
Mm.
Although something's off about it today, being on.
I don't feel particularly well today.
Well, I hope you're feeling better soon. I heard your brother-in-law is coming, and since he's the new leader of Kalia, that's quite the big deal. Yes?
It is quite the big deal, unfortunately. Yeah. You know, that is a conversation to have away from prying eyes, unfortunately.
Hmm. Yes, I suppose. He goes and he looks over at their group of beholderkin. There seems to be a lot of prying eyes here tonight.
Now, that is one thing we agree on. So, the last time we properly talked, you almost flew in my face.
He
Have you,
shrugs.
mellowed out, in your opinion, against me a little bit?
I forgive you for not accepting my flirtations. He smiles.
You can't fault me for only swinging one way, Mehmet. Come on.
It is merely a jest. But you seem to be nice to my sister, so...
Lifts mask, there is a smile. It's like, I know you were joking. I realize it's probably hard to tell that I'm smiling, and I put the mask back on. Do I look pale to him, by the way?
You look ill, he says.
Yeah. I told you I do not feel super well.
Alright, but you should probably see a medicus. Your blood, it's dark today. Maybe you need to get letted, he says.
No, I think I know what's wrong, but I'll go talk to a medicus about it if you can point me in the direction of one.
Well, we're going to have to wait till we're back at the castle. Slash palace, but, as here I'm not sure I want any of us to be going to a medicus. Because that one, he nods with his horns, is going to try and use whatever he can at this party against us.
So I would have expected him to be forced to leave by now, but
I think forcing him is more difficult than I think anyone wants to really deal with. And don't get me wrong, could have been kicked. There must be a reason why Sandeep is even letting him be here in the first place. They had a pretty significant falling out.
I suppose that much is true. Well, has anyone been catching your eye lately?
He shrugs. Been busy. Haven't much thought of romance.
Been busy, have you? Busy with what?
Trying to prepare myself for another attempt at the examination.
For the military?
Indeed.
I
would prefer to attend Bard School in Udadeva, but father is persistent, and he is not going to fund such an endeavor, so... Seems
What
like...
Bard school would you go to if you had the chance?
Well, the School of Poppies, of course.
Mm.
City is...
Above game, what Bard college would that be? Is that like College of Whispers? Is that Valor? What is
no,
that?
it teaches all the different colleges. I thought you meant, like, which in-game. I was like, sorry.
Oh, no.
I didn't...
Yeah.
I prefer eloquence myself, is what I would like to study. The art of statecraft. So I feel a bit embarrassed with what has happened. Because now you are aware that I am going to try and position myself through the throne against my brothers. Not declare war on them, but try to get Mother's good graces before they do.
Why do you desire the throne, so?
To prove myself. When either she abdicates or she perishes, Timar forbid. Father doesn't believe I'm capable of anything. I wish to prove him wrong.
And the only way you could do that would be by entertaining a throne. Or, well, the throne that's already in your family. Would you not rather see new things, experience new people? I believe that is something someone of your stature would enjoy, seeing as you're here among the rabble and not at one of the fancy parties that are usually held at the palace.
The palace is having a day of mourning today.
You know what I mean. I meant,
Yes, I would rather be here than there, but Mother and she believes I am capable of many things. I just... drugs.
how much is it to go to the specific bard college?
Around 500,000 full cost of two. Not cheap in the slightest.
I can imagine. Sounds to me like you're getting ripped off. 500,000 gold.
The best in this section of the world.
I suppose that makes sense. How many funds do you have access to yourself?
Holds his hands over his face. Right now, nothing. I was expected to find a spouse at... 1 second, I'm getting a knock on the door. I'll be right back.
Well, I haven't gone schizo yet, so, that's a plus.
Yet. That's definitely a good start.
I'm sorry, guys. I was having an oopsie. Just everyone
my
dead.
bad. Is that a sword through your torso? Whoops, my hand slipped. I can't believe that happened. Oh god, look at all that blood.
That would be a mace, though. But yeah.
Welcome back, Dusk.
No, sorry. We may have to call the session early. Maintenance is here, and I don't want you to have to listen to people doing maintenance on my apartment.
That's fine. You are missing a blind, so I mean it's fair.
That's not the only problem. The toilet seat's unhinged. There's a lot of other issues.
Oh damn. Oh yeah.
Alright. But yeah, so sorry for cutting you off, Blaine. I feel bad.
That's fine. We'll pick it up next time.
Yes. Is there anything you want to say before so that we get off on it? You want to try contacting Kali or anything, so I'm aware?
I'll talk to you about it. We'll discuss it next session.
Oh, I mean, we're going to talk about it before then, but okay. Well, thank you to all my lovely viewers, of course, and thank you to the artists who make Nightmares Incarnated, Conspiracy of Demons Impossible, including Ivan Dudar, Principles 1212, Garioth, as well as Fuji Apples and Caribou, amongst many. I would recommend checking them out on Fiverr. They make the art for characters such as Sandeep, who is made by Easy Menendez, and many others. So, yeah, and thank you to my lovely players, Blaine, Gilrock, Damp Moss. Hopefully next week Gerald is back. We will be having some familiar faces returning relatively soon after the wedding occurs. I don't know exactly when that's going to be. Probably in 4 to 5 sessions, maybe less, depending on things. But yeah, I think that wraps up for today. I apologize for a bit of a shorter episode, but maintenance calls as it is.
It's all good.
Thank you all for watching, and thank you,
Yes.
Dusk, for another fantastic session.
Yes.
Luckily, Sandeep was quick to be a homie.
I mean, I feel like it was natural, like if you paid attention to the things he said.
Yeah, he did seem far more wholesome. I missed the whole intro session when we first met him, so I just had the idea of him as some like drug boss, and then we met him and he was super chill, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe we can just like talk to him.
But yeah, we'll see you next Wednesday, or maybe sooner if we finish Mysteries, because I want to finish it. But see you then. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.